to Armstrong. Armstrong off the boards to Regan. Regan back to Armstrong. Armstrong tried to pass for Duff, but it just failed to click. A pass over to Beliveau. Beliveau takes his shot wide. Regan gets away from Beliveau and Bonin. Regan up at center with Duff, who takes the pass. Duff going in, he shoots, and he's shot wide. Armstrong back to Bond. His shot goes to Duff behind the net, right in front of Regan, and Regan just missed it. The Canadiens come back. Beliveau up over the leaf line with Geoffrion. A pass to Bonin right in front. And Brewer went to the corner to cover up. Armstrong ran into Geoffrion. Armstrong of the Leafs gets a hold of it again. A pass to Regan. Armstrong is knocked down. Regan gets over the line. Waits. Passed it right in front. And Talbot clears it out to Bonin. Regan goes off. Geoffrion goes down now for the Canadiens, trying to cut in. Passed it right in front of the net. A shot right in front of the goal. Beliveau is watched by Bond. And now Bond going to swing at Beliveau. That's Bond and Beliveau that started the fight there. Bond let a left go. Hard to tell whether it was short or not. Bellevau's very tall, but he didn't seem to go back at Bond. Just kept his head, and now they're sorting things out. It's a fiery sort of a game. Armstrong was talking to Johnson, but they're all milling around. Duff, number 9. Mahovlich, 27. Apparently they didn't think there was enough damage down there to hand out a penalty to anyone. The referee is Eddie Powers. He's having a hard game to handle. Lining up for the face-off. The puck was shot wide of the Leaf net. Morton and Moore bumped together. Kelly. A cleared pass to Edmondson. He rolled it. Kelly carries on. Going with Mahovlich, who cuts into the corner. Mahovlich tried to center it. Edmondson carried by the net. And Maurice Richard coming up on the left wing. A pass to Henry to Talbot. Talbot cuts through. Mahovlich came back to cover up, and Stanley gets it out over the line. Edmondson carried on. It's back for Moore. Moore over the line. Henri Richard is bumped. Moore shot wide and was spun around. Edmondson passes the puck out over the line. Moore whacks it back to Henri Richard. He turns around. Gets over the line, ran into Edmondson. Tried to pass it in front. It was deflected out. Canadiens with Moore and Henri Richard offside on the right wing. And the face-off will be outside the Maple Leaf blue line. And we've played 16 minutes and 2 seconds of the first period. Montreal leading 2-0. They're at the 16:02 mark in the first period, 2-0 for the Montreal Canadiens. Beliveau from Geoffrion and Langlois at 8:16, and Harvey from Geoffrion and Langlois at 8:45. The puck is at center ice. Langlois hit Beliveau. Vaughn shooting the puck out to center ice. It's cleared over on the wing. Olmsted failed to reach it. Brewer turns. Brewer back to Vaughn. Vaughn's pass. Geoffrion tried to go through. Vaughn clears it out to Olmsted. Olmsted, a pass for Stewart on the right wing. Langlois whacks it back out to center. Vaughn to Olmsted. Back to Brewer. Brewer's pass failed to reach Fulford. Harvey left it for Langlois. Geoffrion now comes up to the Leaf defense. Geoffrion tried to go through. Bauer at the stop of a slow shot. Bauer comes up with it and holds onto it for a face-off in the Maple Leaf zone. Played 16 minutes and 53 seconds of the first period. Montreal Canadiens 2, Toronto Maple Leafs no score. On the face-off, Brewer. A pass for Olmsted. Olmsted with Brewer and Stewart. A pass off the board. Stewart went after it. It's Langlois pushed into the board. Brewer missed a check from Belleville. The puck goes loose and Belleville will get a penalty. That penalty will be for charging. And Belleville is coming into the penalty box. That's the second Canadian penalty of the game. The Leafs have had 3 and Montreal 2. The Leafs had 3 in a row. And they put up quite a defensive show, playing 2 men short. The Montreal Canadiens were unable to break through. They did prior to that, though, in great style at 8:16 and 8:45, 29 seconds apart. And the Leafs were literally baffled by the power of the Montreal Canadiens at the 8-minute mark. On the face-off, Kelly is knocked down by Marshall, gets it to Armstrong, back to Regan. Regan's shot was deflected wide. Stanley went after the loose puck and it was knocked down the ice by Provo. Regan now working his way out with a pass for Duff. Duff failed to get by Johnson, and the Canadiens cleared down the ice again. Bauer leaves it for Kelly. Kelly, a pass to Duff. Duff over the line, closes in, passes it right in front, and it went to the corner. Marshall tried to get away from Duff. Johnson and Armstrong bumped together. The puck hit the referee, and it's cleared down the ice. Number 26 is Stanley going back for it. Now it's Stanley ahead to Regan. Regan going over the Canadian line. A pass for Eamon. Eamon's in the Hobbit. Right in front. Eamon shoots. By Plot on Eamon. Eamon appeared to have Plot at his mercy on that pass from the corner, but Eamon shot right at the Canadian goalkeeper. He just seemed to be mesmerized by them on the move by Plot. Plot has that happy knack of just seeming to move in the right direction at the right time. But Eamon, who is out there for the first time, had a great chance in front of the net. That's the difference between the two teams. One team, Montreal Canadiens, seem to capitalize on most of their chances. The Leafs, on the other hand, have missed on several. Holding up the game, waiting for that stick. Lining up for the face-off, the puck is dropped. Harvey shoots the puck down the ice, and there's 45 seconds left in Belleville's penalty. Stanley back. Stanley coming out. To center ice with Harris, Eamon, and Mahovlich. Shot was deflected off the glass. Harris to Eamon. Eamon's shot rolled in front, and it's knocked down the ice. Stanley goes back for it. Stanley ahead to Mahovlich. Mahovlich straight up the ice, over the line. Passed it to Kelly. Kelly went by the net. Tried to relay it back in front. Lobo is checked. Less than a minute to go in the first period. Puck is loose along the boards. Stanley passes it over to an open wing. There was nobody there, and Marshall gets a break. Going down with Belleville. Going in, Marshall shoots, and he's shot wide. It's the Leafs now with Kelly. A pass to Harris. Harris going over the line. Took his shot just wide. And Marshall shoots it out. It's Beliveau going down on the wing, tried to pass it in front, and Kelly breaks it up. Kelly now up the center, a pass to Eamon. Eamon couldn't get through. Back come the Canadiens. Beliveau takes his shot. It was wide. Brewer, a pass to Harris. Harris going straight up the ice at center, a pass to Stewart on the right wing. He shoots, and he's shot wide. Brewer let one go, and the Canadiens break it up. Henri Richard goes down the ice, gets over the line, shot as the bell went to end the first period, and it ends 2-0 in favor of Montreal Canadiens. The teams are out on the ice preparatory to the start of the second period, with the Montreal Canadiens leading 2-0. In the first game of the series, they led by 3 goals in the first period. The second game, they had a 2-goal lead. And then in the third game in Toronto, they had a 1-goal lead, but only 21 seconds was played in the second period before they had a 2-0 lead. So that the Leafs are fairly close to what they have been in the series so far, in which the Montreal Canadiens have won 3 straight and are threatening to take it in 4 straight and equal the Detroit Red Wings record in 1951-52 of going through to the Stanley Cup in 8 straight games. Canadiens already have knocked off Chicago Blackhawks 4 straight, and they lead the Leafs 3 games to nothing and lead 2-0 starting the second period. On the face-off, Provo on the right wing to Goyette. Cleared the puck into the Leaf zone. Bauer leaving it for Horton to Edmondson. Edmondson going up the ice to center. Shot the puck over the line, left it for Mahovlich. Mahovlich getting set, and he passed it into the corner. Edmondson, a shot. Langlois clearing it off the boards to Goyette. Goyette out to Provo, and Stanley gets back to cover up. Stanley over to Mahovlich. Mahovlich to Horton. Horton going up the center. Shot the puck over the line. Harvey's back for it. Stopped by Mahovlich, who tipped it behind the net. Kelly didn't see it. And the Canadiens bring it out. Goyette at center. Passes over to Langlois. Langlois' shot goes wide, and Mahovlich gets the rebound. Mahovlich tried to come out. He failed. Goyette passes to Pronovo, and he couldn't get his shot. It comes back to Harvey. Harvey flicks it, and Stanley covers up. Stanley, a pass to Edmondson. Edmondson tried to go through. He did, but the puck went too fast for him. Horton back to Stanley. Stanley to Mahovlich. Mahovlich tried to flick it in. It's Canadiens coming back. Pronovo over the line. Horton covers him. Jammed him in on the boards. Edmondson clearing to Mahovlich. Mahovlich cleared it, but not out. Canadiens with Jeffrey on, trying to get set. Still has it. Edmondson covers up. Edmondson in the corner. Coming up at his own blue line at center. Goes over the Canadian line. Still stick handling with it. Tried a shot. Ran into the Canadian player, and Johnson takes over. Steering it out and down the ice as Edmondson goes off for a rest. Horton back to cover up. Polnow watches him. Horton to Pulford, stopped by Beliveau. Beliveau rolled it over the line, and Brewer shoots it out. Talbot hands it to Pulford to Stewart. Back to Pulford, over the line, back for Stewart. And it's Beliveau clearing it out. Bond gets on the ice. A pass over to Stewart. Shot it into the Canadian zone. Talbot is back for it. Pulford watches him. They hold it against the boards for a face-off in the Montreal zone. Montreal leading by a score of 2-0 at the 2:41 mark of the second period. It's noticeable in the play so far that the Montreal Canadiens control that puck quite a bit better than the Leafs. They don't get rid of it. Whereas, on the other hand, the Leafs have been shooting. On the face-off, Stewart shot wide. Brewer takes a drive. Pulford tried to get the rebound. Johnson in the corner. Coming out of the right wing with a pass to Beliveau. Bellamo tried to go through. Bauer came out of his net. Brewer covers up. Play is called, and there will be a face-off in the Maple Leaf zone. Bellamo, Geoffrion, and Bona. Talbot and Johnson on the defense. From the draw, back to Talbot. Talbot's shot knocked down by Stewart. Bellamo cleared it to an open wing. Brewer. A pass for Pulford. Pulford up at center. Goes to the Canadian line, trying to go through. Talbot skated him off, and the puck went out. Brewer on a pass from Bond. Sets up Olmsted. Olmsted rolls it in. Goes after it. Took a shot. Olmsted tried to center it from behind the net. Goes to the corner. Cleared it around on the wing. Brewer passing right in front of Pulford. Pulford's shot was stopped by Talbot. And Talbot gets it out. Stewart checked him. Johnson, number 10, a pass to Geoffrion. Stopped by Olmsted. Now then Brewer. Goes in over the line, going into Stewart. Stewart trying to get his shot. It's right in front. It goes off to the side. There's going to be a penalty handed out on the play to the Canadiens. It'll go to Talbot. That means the total is now 6 penalties in the game. Leafs having 3 and the Montreal Canadiens 3. Talbot 17. Of course, the Leafs had their 3 penalties practically together. So they played 2 men short for quite a space of time. That was one of the highlights of the first period, the defensive work of the Leafs. The other big highlight was the 2 fast goals by the Montreal Canadiens. Bellavo's shot going in off a Leaf player, but the second one was a screen shot as well by Harvey and caught the corner. Lining up for the face-off, the puck is dropped. Duff was caught with a high stick. It's down for the Canadiens. They shoot it back. Harvey passing to Johnson. Johnson going up to center ice. Takes his shot wide. Stanley. A pass to Armstrong. Armstrong with Kelly and Duff. Kelly over the line. Waits. Pass it. Duff couldn't get it. It's cleared out and down the ice. And it's Regan going back for it. Regan behind the net. Pass over to Duff on the left wing. Duff going over the line. Took his shot wide. Went after the rebound. Johnson beat him to it. Pass off the boards to Probo. Knocked it out. Kelly now turns for the Leafs. Coming up to the Canadian line. A pass to Regan, and it's offside. Marshall with Harvey, Probo, and Johnson. Stanley goes back. 55 seconds left in Talbot's penalty. Stanley coming up to center ice. Shot it over the helmet to the break. Right in his goal. Made a great save on the Havlich, who was right in. There's the biggest save of the night when the Havlich walked right in. He hit Cloud in the shoulder with his shot, and Cloud is wanting to go to the bank. There he goes. Havlich walked right through and then elected to shoot from about 10 feet out, and it caught Plot right on the shoulder. Seems as if it caught him right on the muscle there. The referee is standing by, Eddie Powers, and linesman George Hayes, as Plot is going to leave the ice and possibly go to the dressing room. Yes, he's going to the dressing room, and the crowd are pelting the ice, which isn't a very common occurrence here because they generally put anybody out that throws anything on the ice. Close to 14,000 in attendance at Maple Leaf Gardens for this 4th game, and And the Montreal Canadiens again showing their great power. And Canadiens tonight will give them the Stanley Cup for a record 5 times. Now they're all set to go, and here's Bill Hewitt. All set for the face-off. Talbot in the penalty box. The puck comes back. Kelly clears to Olmsted. Back to Mahamlet. Mahamlet passed it back. Stanley couldn't keep it in. And the Leafs get back. It's Kelly to Eamon. Eamon took his shot. Steered to Marshall. He stopped by Mahamlet. Back to Kelly. Kelly shot wide. It came out in front. Mahamlet tried to get it back. Johnson covers up along the boards with Mahamlet and Eamon. The Leafs came close again there around the Montreal net, but they just seemed to lose control at the crucial time. And of course, this Montreal defense is crowding them at every opportunity. Canadians are a man short. Talbot has about 17 seconds left in his penalty. From the face-off, it's back to Stanley. Stanley took his shot, and that was wide. Marshall shoots the puck down the ice. Stanley goes back for it. Stanley in full flight up to the Canadian line. Cuts over on the right wing. Rolled it in front. Eamon took his man out. The puck ends up behind the net. Olmsted and Harvey go for it. Mahamlet tried to center it. Harvey and Talbot cover up. Then Olmsted is knocked down as they hold it long enough for a face-off at the 6-9 mark of the second period. Montreal are leading 2-0 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Regan, Duff, and Armstrong with Bond and Brewer on the defense. Regan lines up in the circle. Lost the draw. Duff goes after the puck. Armstrong tried to center it. Duff and Johnson went down. And Henri Richard with Maurice Richard and Moore. A pass for Moore on the left wing failed to click. Bond stopped by Maurice Richard. Maurice Richard stopped by Bond, who overskated it. Then Armstrong of the Leafs knocked it out, and Moore took it away from him. Moore goes over the line, got it into the corner. Bond down. Armstrong of the Leafs takes over in his own zone. A pass to Brewer. Brewer's pass nowhere near Regan. Canadians try to get over the line, and Duff goes down the left wing. Duff over the line, tried to go through, and the Canadians fail to get it out. Armstrong waits, passes it back to Brewer. Brewer shoots. He shot wide. Regan from behind the net passed it right in front of the goal, and it's cleared by the Canadians down the ice. Goes over the red line. Brewer 18 touches it, and the Canadians are called for icing. We played 7 minutes and 18 seconds of the second period. 2-0 Montreal. The Leafs appear to be shooting the works here in this second period to try and get within striking distance of the Montreal Canadiens, who really popped 2 fast ones in that first period. 29 seconds apart. On the face-off, Popper tried to center it. He did. Geoffrion takes over. Ahead to Beliveau. Beliveau going up at center ice. Tried to get over the line. It was offside. And there'll be a face-off outside the Maple Leaf blue line. Referee is Eddie Powers. The linesmen are George Hayes and Loring Doolittle. Puck was knocked off by Popper down the ice. Langlois gets back for it, number 19. Langlois just stays at the side of the net, starts coming out himself with a pass to Bonin. Bonin, a pass intercepted by Horton. Langlois carries on to Geoffrion. He's taken out of the play, and Olmsted. A pass to Stewart. Stewart takes his shot. Plant stopped that. Cleared it behind the net. Olmsted trying to center it. He's jammed against the boards. There's no further play. And there will be a face-off in the Montreal zone to the right of Plante. They've played 8 minutes of the second period with the Montreal Canadiens still leading 2-0. From the face-off, Canadians clear the puck down the ice to center, and Horton, number 7, is back for it. Horton over to Stanley. That hopped over his stick. Beaufort shot the puck down the ice. It's going over the red line. It's touched by Harvey, and it'll be called for icing and a face-off back in the Maple Leaf zone to the left of Bauer. Of the 2 Montreal Canadian goals scored, Beliveau, it's his third.